I now direct you to Council Document number 22 and call upon Barbara Stripley, Freedom to Read Foundation President, to present her report. Barbara?
Good morning and afternoon, colleagues. Thank you for the opportunity to present some of the activities Foundation since annual conference of 2020. As I'm sure you know, Freedom to Read Foundation is a legal and educational organization that is separate from, but affiliated with ALA, and it was founded to promote and protect our First Amendment freedoms. That mission is absolutely vital, we know, for protecting the freedom of speech, freedom of the press, our public's right to equitable access to diverse information, and our library's mission to support equity, diversity, and inclusion and strengthen our democracy. In that context, I would like to provide a few highlights of the report that we entered into the council documents. It's Council Document 22. And I'll just touch on 4 areas. The first is new and current litigation and advocacy for free expression and civil liberties. We pursue our legal defense efforts not as lone entities, but as a member of a broad coalition of organizations, which makes our voice much stronger. And these organizations have aligned missions like the Free Expression Network, the Media Coalition, the Surveillance and Privacy Coalition, and the National Coalition Against Censorship. Recently, we have joined with an amicus curiae brief in a lawsuit challenging an FTC rulemaking that actually created barriers to broadcast media ownership by persons of color and other traditionally marginalized groups. A second amicus brief challenged a court ruling that threatens to impair the rights, think about this one, this is really scary, threatens to impair the rights of authors, artists, and publishers to fashion creative works based on real-life events. This has obviously a lot of implications for those of us who work in libraries. Please also note that 2 cases have recently been decided. One involved warrantless searches and seizures of individuals' phone metadata under the Patriot Act. And the court did determine that the government may have violated the 4th Amendment and did violate the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, FISA, when it collected the telephony metadata of millions of Americans. And the second case, which the Supreme Court declined to review, involved broadly written laws, and that's the key. The laws are written very broadly, and as such, they can be used to prosecute librarians, booksellers, and publishers for distributing images that are considered by us as newsworthy or educational. And it's like the image of the napalm girl from the Vietnam War. Throughout the year, FDRF advocates for free expression and civil liberties by joining with amicus letters and sending letters of support in partnership with our Free Expression Coalition partners. When you read our report, I think you will be surprised, actually, at the variety of situations that arise, such as the right to protest, the harms of facial recognition, and the right of an incarcerated person to publish a book. The second item that I wanted to cover is an exciting new venture that we have started, a task force. We have established a task force on the intersection between intellectual freedom and social justice. And this task force is being chaired by Loida Garcia-Fabo and Jim Neal. It involves a number of FTRF board members, as well as representatives from the Intellectual Freedom Committee, ODLOS, and IFRT. We're going to be engaged in deep discussions and developing a plan of action. And actually, this work is very important for giving us the strategic and very important goals of stepping up our advocacy and support for the critical issues that are involved in intellectual freedom and social justice. So stay tuned. Our third area I wanted to talk about are our educational efforts. And you will see from our report that FTRF board members and liaisons, and we have liaisons from a number of areas of ALA, they are actively engaged in a number of other activities that include investigation of developing issues, doing deep research on the things that we see coming up that we really need to be aware of, scholarships for graduate education for these students to take an intellectual freedom class in their graduate preparation, and grants for libraries across the country, libraries of all types, to host Banned Books Week celebrations and programs. And the fourth area that I wanted to cover is membership and support. And I guess I'll start with support. I hope that I've convinced you of the value of FTRF. It's a value for every one of us for defending and promoting the First Amendment foundation of our profession. And you can provide support in a very easy and wonderful way by purchasing Humble Bundles Be the Change book bundle by February 8th. And when you do that, you get best-selling books by Black, Indigenous, and BIPOC authors. Really terrific books if you look at it. And a portion of every sale is going to benefit the Freedom to Read Foundation, ALA, and Spectrum Scholars. It's really worth every one of us doing that. And finally, I would like to urge all of you all to become personal members of the Freedom to Read Foundation, and for your library or your state association to become an organizational member. Recently, we established a new membership category of furloughed and retired members for a $0 membership fee. So if you are recently retired or suffering from the effects of a furlough, please join. This is the best time to join. $0, and you can join the effort. I think the site is in the chat, or will be. It's www.ftrf.org. And I would just like to say, in addition to membership, we invite you to donate on top of that, because those donations are very important for supporting this essential work for our profession. I invite you to join us. We know we are all stronger together.